All right. So to get it out of the way, this is going to be the last episode of DolphinTale. For a number of reasons. The first reason is the most obvious reason. It's not fun for me anymore. So I am not enjoying playing a second account, even with spending money. I am not happy with the progress I'm making on this account, even with a reasonable amount of money spent. I'm not enjoying the gameplay I'm experiencing, and more importantly, the amount of gameplay I have to dedicate to a new account. I'm not happy with my growth, even spending money on things like what's it called? Oh, weird. Everyone's on Twitch, even though I'm not on Twitch. All right, let me close that. Let's get rid of chat. Oop. I'm not streaming on both, right? I'm not on Twitch. I didn't go live on Twitch, did I? Yeah. No. Alright. But just a bunch of people are talking in Twitch. Oh, there you are. There's a delay. No, there was a delay. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I don't know. It was just weird. It wasn't updating. Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. I'm quitting both accounts? No, that's no. So the first reason is I'm not having fun on DolphinTale. I'm not enjoying my roster. I'm not enjoying the there's no growth. I'm not enjoying the chasing of legendaries that I know for a fact aren't good or anymore. I know that now I'm not worried so much about like the Infinity Watch, but I'm upset that the legendaries that are good for the game I can't even get near right now, or I'd have to dedicate money to it specifically, and I've already limited myself to $60 a month, so no. That's the first reason. The second reason is time. And I would rather be honest about this than everybody else. I am currently playing 3 games right now. I'm playing Marvel Strike Force at a fairly reasonably competitive level on my main account. I'm playing Genshin Impact I'm interested in this game. It's very fun and I enjoy it a lot. And I'm playing a brand new game right now called My Hero Academia Strongest Hero. That game is, I'm enjoying it very much. I don't know if that's a permanent game or a temporary game, but I've played that game for 3 hours today. I have given them less than $50 over the last 3 days. I'm the top 10 on my server. That makes me feel like my money's going places and the enjoyment I'm getting is worth the money I'm spending. So that's a small thing. And on top of it, the beta for what's it called? The beta for Future Revolution is right around the corner, and I have so much effort to put into that I can't keep doing a second account of Marvel Strike Force that I'm not enjoying my playthrough. And I did. What's funny is the first 60 levels of Dolphin was fun. I was getting new characters. I was experiencing the game, but it's been slowing me down. I haven't even hit level 65 yet. So yeah, as far as DolphinTale is concerned, we're done. I'm not done Marvel Strike Forcing. I'm not. I'm just not doing this series anymore. And of course, the last reason why is, and this is what I would say the most important reason. Why does everyone think I'm not quitting? I'm stopping DolphinTale. That's why DolphinTale is canceled. Is I don't think a new player should start this game. I really, really don't think anybody should start playing this game. And having an account that showcases what can be done at the beginning of the game, you are going to see me miserable progressively as the weeks go on. If I'm in a bad mood in general about what's going on, I fire up my Twitch stream and I'm excited to talk to you guys about it. Because no matter what, I already have the time and a decent investment in my main roster. I'm not really chasing anything. I'm just kind of doing endgame stuff. And when new stuff comes out, I just get it and play with it. It's a little bit easier for me to spend, the amount of money I spend there to do it. I don't think I'm helping anybody with this series. And not to say that I don't think there's good information here or it couldn't be helpful to somebody. I think that if someone stumbles across this series and they're like, oh, this is how I can progress, that might incentivize them to stay. And the truth is, this is not a game you should start playing today. They have a lot of mistakes and catching up to do on the game side in order for what I consider a fulfilling experience that isn't a what's the word? A time sink. This game is more of a time sink than a fulfilling experience. And I could say that because there are games I play that are cheaper monetarily and in time to progress that I also get added benefit of playing more and more. So I can't continue in all good faith with Dolphin. Now I'm going to do my stream and show you where I'm ending my account as we go on. But first I want to do a blog post review because I haven't seen this yet. This went live maybe, 10 minutes ago. I'm going to make the brash assumption that this blog post is not going to make my experience on a newer player game any better. Did you get all my... No, I was on one day on the banner, but I'm not really rushing for characters. I'm rushing for tops, so I'm topping the server. I play Chinese RPGs a lot, so I know how the monetization scheme works and how to accelerate through them. Who's on the move? Greetings, Commanders. The curtain soon rising on the next season of Mojo's Mayhem. Blah, blah, blah. Adam Warlock, Multiple Man, and a Symbiote. Star-studded Blitz is cool. No, Mojo's Mayhem, Arena, Fabulous Prizes, blah, blah, blah. Kitty Pride. Okay, so the good news is, guys, you're going to get a free unlock of Kitty Pride if you complete the blog post. So for anybody who doesn't have Kitty Pride, this is not the blog post, the RTA pass, just for free. So don't worry about it. Kitty Pride is actually one of the more skippable members of the Astonishing X-Men team. And since they are currently not necessary for anything other than completion, if you don't feel the need to spend money on this Mojo Pass, you can go ahead and not even use Kitty on the Astonishing X-Men and still accomplish a great deal. The characters like Longshot and Shatterstar replace Iceman and Kitty Pride relatively well on that team, so you don't have to worry about that. Next is the character vocation upgrade. Multiple Man going to Doom 3.9. That was in a what's it called? What is that called? When you data mine, thank you. So he's replacing Taskmaster. Taskmaster, I believe, is moving to a different node. Yeah, right there, Kree Reaper. So Multiple Man is an endgame farmable character, which means that on Dolphin, I have absolutely no access to him for another minimum of 7 levels, and then until I get the characters up to be able to accomplish that. So it's honestly about 6 months away of heavy gameplay for my Dolphin account to even be able to start farming Multiple Man. If he was a character I'd be interested in getting. The next is the Taskmaster going to Cosmic 2/6, replacing Kree Reaper. It's kind of weird, but thankfully Taskmaster is somewhere accessible, and Shatterstar going into the Arena Store exclusive orb at a 10% drop rate. That is disgusting. Anybody who wants to get... Longshot is useless without Shatterstar, so trying to get your hands on Shatterstar in the Arena store is going to be a giant waste because those cores are a giant race. Would you get Adam Warlock in third pest? Yeah, probably. More likely than not, I could. If that was my target, it could be. It's not hard. It's just the time gating that's killing you. If you're looking for Kree Reaper, you could still find her in Heroes 4-6. No one's looking for Kree Reaper. And then Scream is going to the Arena store for 975 credits. I noticed that they haven't mentioned that they're reducing the cost of Red Guardian to 500. Now, I believe we all assumed that the way it was phrased was that the newest character would be 975 and then everyone else would be 500 and an older character would be 350. I have no faith in their ability to actually keep their word on that, so it's very unlikely that I'm going to not even bother. Yeah, the game will still be up. Bit conversion. I'm very happy that they're setting dates on bit conversions, but ultimately... it is what it is. This is all I care about in my main account now, is like getting costumes and doing cool, like, fun stuff in the game. So I'm really happy that costumes are something that I can work towards. The bit conversion is fine. I'm really not spending those currencies on anything right now, so I'll end up holding them after I get the costume. Repeating legendary event. This is the return of IW. That's part of the short legendary cycle. I would be able to get her on this account, on that pass. My team is very close to 5-star, so like I haven't really farmed them that much, but they're close enough that within 10 days from now I would be able to. Again, Adam Warlock is not set to happen until at least the 28th of the month, so don't worry if you are looking to get Adam Warlock. You have over 2 weeks before of getting whatever character shards you need before you have to worry about him. He's the 28th of the month right now. That he could even be pushed back further than that, but it won't be before the 28th of the month, to my knowledge. And the reason why is they will announce him on next Friday, and it'll be the 28th, or they'll announce him on the 5th, and it'll be the 1st of July. Upcoming blitzes, we have a blitz for Shatterstar and Mystique. Mystique's blitz is kind of irrelevant even to newer players, but the Shatterstar blitz is very big for June 14th. Very happy about that. Polaris should become available next week, to my knowledge. But you still have the rest of the Strike Pass to get some shards, and then I don't know what the rest is. Polaris should be available sometime between the 14th and the 21st. 1 week is the 10%. Polaris is not a Blitz Orb. Polaris is going to Cosmic 1/6. That's fair, Mark. This blog post is utterly exactly what blog posts are supposed to be, which address the future of like what's going on in the game. Why are they not saying that in this blog post then? That's a great question. Why are they not saying that in this blog post? Because the sooner they talk about Polaris, the less likely people are inclined to buy the Strike Pass, and they're no interest in it. It's the same, like, for the same exact conversation, why haven't they talked about where Symbiote Spider-Man is going to become farmable, or where Emma's going to become farmable yet? Because they don't have to. They only do things when they have to. So there's no reason to talk about Polaris's farmability right now. It'll probably... Oh, yeah. It'll probably be a just boosted shot. The end of the day, I expect Polaris to just be added into this thing without necessarily much pomp and circumstance. But if Polaris is made available on the week of the 21st, Adam Warlock will most likely be on Monday, July 5th, and not the 28th of the month in general. So ultimately, though, let me be very clear. If you're upset about how they're treating the Polaris farm, you are right to be. If that's going to affect your ability to get Adam Warlock, you are right to be mad. They are going out of their way to cause more harm than good. AW first run will be 7 days long. 5 days, I believe. I believe the first pass is 5 days, and then the second pass is 3. X23 was only farmable for 6 days before Doc Ock. Okay. But they also had multiple events in which you can get shards. Also, expect to be able to get character shards of Polaris and all of the X Factor during Moondragon's event. Just so you guys know. During Moondragon's event. And a Warstar character is arguably easier to farm. Expect to see character shards of those characters during 6 days. No, she was farmable 6 days before the beginning of the event. The event lasted 5 days. You had 11 days of farming her. Why am I'm not doing DolphinTale anymore. I can't. That was weird. Did you see that? It was crazy. I'm not doing DolphinTale anymore. I led off with the discussion of why I don't find this a good idea, but the long and short of it is, I don't think new players should play this game. I'm not fucking quitting. I'm canceling a series. Guys, goddamn. Oh, I can't wait now. I canceled DolphinTale, and now I can't wait for other people to be like, Tony's quitting the game. I'm like, no, I'm not. Did you see that? Crazy. You're gonna stream Twitch on Fridays instead. I'm going to replace this with something, but I can't talk about it yet. I will still be doing a YouTube stream, but it won't be Dusk Game. So this is the end, and I'm gonna show it right here. This is where DolphinTale is. You can even tell I've only logged in 8 of the last 11 days this month. So I've missed 3 days of play this month. Yeah, there's no reason to keep doing this. Yeah, so we're not going to do that. So this blog post is dog shit. Anyway, let's look at where we are on this account. It's not Future Rev. It's something else. So this account is, for all intents and purposes, $170 or so I've spent on this game so far over the last 3 months. So at $170, I've missed the last 3 days of play. Give or take. And I have no growth. I have absolutely no growth. I cannot do anything to any of my characters. At all. I'm not... You'll know. You'll find out. Don't worry. It's over $170 in value, right? So, yeah, this account, look, I'm at energy cap. It's so slow. Okay, assuming you get about 1,000 to 1,200 energy a day, right? How many days this account? This is week 13. 13 times 7. Or we can actually just find out exactly how many days played I have. Less than 90. Less than 90. Once I hit level 60, the experience cap for what I need to work on in this game is through the roof. Even if I were to get my hands on a new character like White Tiger, her impact on my main account is almost meaningless. It's been you know, 3 months of not getting symbiote Spider-Man. I think so you have to look at it from a different perspective when you're talking about new players, right? You have to look at it from a very different perspective. Because a new player, and just to show you that I'm done, we're going to do something at the end of the stream that's a little fun. Just to, like, I can't imagine what it's like to be a player who's getting the wrong information. Not slightly bad information. You know, not like, well, farm up the legendary, start with the Sinister Six, which is slightly bad information. That's all it is. It's slightly bad information. Should I buy this offer? Should I buy Moondragon? No, you shouldn't buy Moondragon. You know, or someone's like, yeah, she's really good. And then they buy Moondragon and realize that, like, no, she's not actually that good as a standalone character. You need to work on a team, and even then, that team is whatever. You know, I mean, actually, to be fair, this offer is actually really good for a newer player. Some of these offers are pretty reasonable. Characters have really high impact. Even this offer is pretty good. Surfer, you know, not just, like, questionable information. Like, what if you started the game and you got bad information? Right? What's this exclusive offer? Oh. Cool. You're in trouble. You know? Start with whatever. You're in trouble. You can't do anything with that. Even if you're spending money and you're buying the Brotherhood team. Do you have any idea how quickly the Brotherhood gets outscaled by people spending money? So if you're already spending money, you're in a category of people who are spending money. They're going to kick your ass with just any other comp. So the value of all of the new starter offers, they were great because that was part of a growth pattern. Now there's no growth pattern. You know what I mean? There's no value. Right? So I can't imagine people starting the game and being that miserable because they don't know. You don't know what you don't know. Right? So many people, I know this from another part of a conversation I've been having with other people. I'm playing another game right now, and people are like, I'm using all my energy to do draws, or basically to open premium orbs in this version of the game. And premium orbs in those games are a little bit better because there's fewer characters. But I'm like, that's the worst way to spend your in-game currency. Don't try to get new characters. Try to extend your level so that you can easily accrue more characters later. So here's the thing. It is too difficult to catch up, but not in the way a lot of people think. I'm not trying on this account. I was never trying to catch my main account. That's impossible. My main account's over 12 million. You know, I have like 50 fucking 6 red stars or higher. My lowest red star count is 4. Half my roster is 4 red stars. The other half is 5 and higher. You know, it's impossible for you to catch up to my account without significant spending. But you can catch up to my content. You know what I mean? You can catch up to endgame raids. You can catch up to Dark Dimension. You can catch up to a lot of things in this game. And even those things are harder to catch up on now. Because now Dark Dimension is... It punishes you more and more for making fun, enjoyable decisions. So... as it stands, I don't think this is a particularly bad roster for where we are. I don't think I'm particularly far away from what I'm supposed to be doing in this game. And I don't think it's that hard to fix the new player experience. Right? I don't think it's too hard to fix the new player experience. by just increasing the amounts of shards you get for for older characters, by decreasing the amount of XP it takes to get to certain levels, by stop gating characters. I think there's a lot of things that can happen that would make an account like this be enjoyable. And I think a lot of people who start playing this game enjoy the IP. They enjoy the marvel. They enjoy, hey, look at how cool. They enjoy the ability. By the way, where's Moondragon? Where's Phyla-Vel? I could absolutely unlock Phyla-Vel, right? I could absolutely unlock Phyla-Vel. I've finished all of the hards. I can farm it. It's totally reasonable. The point is, what am I doing now? Am I gonna work on the Phyla-Vel, Gamora, Nebula, and maybe I get Moondragon comp at 3-star for the duration of the game, when the next patch is going to release Spider Supreme, Maria Hill, and Captain America Falcon? Sam Wilson Captain America, and those characters are going to be through the roof or ridiculous. I can't do it, man. I legit can't do it. So before, it was reasonable for you as a player to miss out on a team. Now the window of value is getting shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. And that's something that kind of bugs me a little bit. So, confirmed? No, I'm just throwing out random names. Guesses, I guess. So that's everything. What? Do I know them? No. Just guessing. Just making a guess. See, I'm not hyped for characters. That I used to be. I just am not anymore. I'm not hyped for the future of the game. You know what I mean? On at least, well, I'm actually not hyped for the future of the game under any circumstances. Could it be Cloak and Dagger? It could be. It absolutely could be Cloak and Dagger. I just, again, I don't care. Most people, where previously hero collector games excited me by the idea of getting a new hero, I don't actually care about getting a new hero because I don't see them as heroes anymore. I see them as metas. You know what I mean? I see them as parts of the meta. I can't do it on 2 accounts. You know what I mean? I can't play the game on my main account, buying the things that I want and enjoying my growth, and then playing a second account where my growth is weak, but I'm forcing myself to spend $60 a month. It was a great idea. When I had started it, there were 2 characters that changed the game, Kestrel and Surfer, and I was incredibly excited to start a game with powerful characters. I didn't expect the game to continue to be releasing overpowered characters every month. You still have fun on your main account? I am reorganizing how I play in my main account to continue to have fun. So while I no longer have, and it's always happened, it's happened many times for me. I stopped having fun on the main account about a year in when my money was no longer going as far as it was. I was spending $1,000 a month for the first 9 months of the game. And that was easy to grow and progress and be at the best. And then not only did the $1,000 I was spending matter less, the characters were meaningless. I think it was the Wakandans that got me completely off when I was all right, I'm spending less. And then I cut my spending and I stopped being as competitive. Then it happened again. Chewburger quit because the game sucked. He had other reasons, but that's the main reason why. Hey, Grizz. Then there was the next major change was when they reworked Red Stars, and the rework of Red Stars was still as bad as the regular Red Star setup. That's when Chewburger doesn't play the game. Chewburger quit the game 8 months ago. Just work on a Sabretooth stand-in. Who would your second because I can character? Yeah, that's basically what I'm doing. I'm basically just working on characters for fun. So, remember when Heimdall was part of the meta rather than being part of an unlock requirement? I don't ever remember Heimdall ever being a part of the meta. So we have very different experiences, you and I. Yeah, I just can't. I can't. I can have fun playing. I can reorganize myself to play, like, to drop down into an alliance that's a little bit more casual, specifically for war. I don't have war in my soul anymore. I don't have the log in, do these attacks anymore. Like, I want to be excited to play the game I'm playing, and there's a lot of things in this game that I'm not really excited. As Guardian's defense was meta, Heimdall was part. Yeah, no, he was present. He wasn't meta. Heimdall could be 0, and it was what it is. We want a rematch? Okay. Yeah, war defense is meta for reasons, but war isn't fun. War is unenjoyable. Otherwise, Brotherhood still beat it, by the way. You could still beat it with Brotherhood. I remember doing that because I remember beating it with Brotherhood. Yeah, you just had to use... Yeah, you had to use Magneto's special on turn 1 to target Sif, and then you could kill everybody. The blinds didn't matter. Alright, Menace, you're just being kind of a bit of a cunt, so I'm not gonna let you sit around here anymore. Anyway, our guild's motto is life comes first, so that feels wise. Well, I mean, you play the game to your enjoyment, right? I don't be a cunt. You play the game to your enjoyment, so like some people like to play like hyper competitive stuff, and I used to like that. I just don't see any value in being hyper competitive in this game right now on at that level. So I'm gonna step down a little bit. I'm gonna probably drop to an alliance that doesn't take war as seriously, and I keep doing. I enjoy raids, right? I enjoy raids, so I'm gonna continue doing what I can do in raids. I'm actually having a lot of fun as things go on. But yeah, war's changes don't look like it's improving war. But again, some people like the game, so I'm not here to talk to people about whether they should like something. I'm explaining my reasons why I don't. You don't have to feel the same way I do about it, but there's parts of this game that are just no fun. Like RTA, there are probably a handful of people that love RTA, right? A handful of people. Cheers, Stargazer. I'm just checking everything. But RTA is not... The game is not designed to have a competitive PvP, right? Because there's no way to compete in PvP, and it's getting harder and harder as it moves on. So... It is what it is, right? Who does it? I don't know, man. There's always somebody who likes PvP. I think Nietzsche is a huge fan of PvP. There's always a bunch of people who enjoy parts of the game that other people don't, and that's fine. Like, wow, I can't stand PvP. I can't stand it. I stopped caring about PvP in like Wrath of the Lich King in World of Warcraft. That was the last time I PvP'd. But in RTA, they missed they keep missing the boat on these games, and it's funny because there's successful versions of games like this. Like there are so many successful hero collector games that like if you're gonna create something, just emulate what works as opposed to try to nickel and dime players. And that's kind of what RTA feels like. RTA feels like a dead game mode that they realized they couldn't get any value out of in RTA, so they started making people play it instead of rewarding people for playing it, if that makes sense. Sushi. If they made balanced RTA, maybe. Yeah, if RTA was balanced, I think it might be a little bit better. Or if RTA's matchmaking was bracketed so that like you were in a bracket based on your TCP, so you would only ever match up against people who had similar TCPs than you. That would be something that could change it, because I actually don't ever have to face off against somebody with an 18 million TCP, because the 18 million TCP has probably the same strength of characters as I do when it comes to RTA. Like my Kestrel, my Surfer, my, you know, Dad Bros, my Zemo, my Emma, my, like, we're all working on the same characters. So that shouldn't be an issue, but it should be based on, most of this game should be based on brackets. So like if I'm, you know, there's gotta be a great deal of players who are at certain TCPs. So like if you want to say all the 4 million to 5 million players are in one bracket, so be it. If you want to say all the 5, or if you want to make it a little wider, like 4 to 6 million, that's fine too. Someone who's, you know, 4 to 6, you know, 6.1 to 8.1 or something, move it up by 2 every day. That makes the bracketing a little bit better, and that makes the matchups better, because even if you are facing off against somebody who has a stronger team than you, you're still not going to, what's the word? You're still, like, you could still see somebody who's reasonably powered compared to you. Sorry, I'm just reading what's going on. Then it kind of balances out. I'm still gonna blind cheap. Cool. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the experience of RTA, so like I do it because it gives me rewards for doing it, but I don't enjoy it. I don't even feel like when I get my characters up strong enough that the success or failure of RTA's growth is something that's making a big deal to me. You're still going in blind, yeah. Any way to backcharge MSF? You have to go through your credit card company or whatever in order to figure it out. So very slowly. I like raids still, so that's all I care about. And then I kind of like costumes because those are things that move up a little, so that's something I'm probably going to be working on my main account a little bit more. Play store refunds, you should be aware of what you're doing and why you're doing it. I don't want to go into details, but it's not hard. If you Googled it, you'd be able to figure out how to get your money back from something that is no longer worth it. I got 4 red Moon Knight. What do I feel pigeonholed into buying her offer? I mean, I pulled a 4 red Moon Knight, but I was buying her. 4 reds? Dude, I don't get out of bed for anything less than 6. If I pull a 4 red on a character, that 4 red stars in the character is the minimum for like any playable character in endgame. Minimum. So like 4 reds, if I don't get a 4 red, I'm like actively not buying the character. You know what I mean? It's 5, 6, and 7 reds that I would start considering buying the character, because 4 red means nothing. They're never going to reduce the overall screen time in the game because it's what succeeds for them. The fact that you have to play this game every day for about 2 hours. The problem is you can't just sit down and play this game for 2 hours. Right? You can't just sit down and play for 2 hours. You have to play this game for 2 hours over the course of like the 18 hours of play. That's why you can't just do all of your raid nodes at once. That's why you can't do all of your war attacks at once. That's why you don't just start with your war attacks and you get them when you get them. You legitimately have to log in. That's why you can't just blitz when you have the free time. You have to log in at the time to get the energy. Dude, there are other games that you can claim the energies that you get for free throughout the course of the day. So like if you get a free energy refresh at 12, you got that free energy refresh. You can claim it at any point in time during the day after 12. So if you log in at 8 o'clock at night, you can claim the one that you missed at noon and maybe the one that you missed at 6 and the one that comes up at 9. That's how the games work. This game, compared to other games, is so nickel and dimey that it makes the experience so bad. You know, and if you have a job that says you can't log in, like imagine you're at work and then someone messages you on Discord saying we need you to get a war attack. I'm at work, man. You know what I mean? Like I'm at work. Like I want to sit at work and be like, I'm excited to play the game. Not, manipulative facets of the economy of mobile games. Yeah, it's even, but there's so many more things. That's why my biggest issue with this game is that it is not a free-to-play friendly game, because the game chooses a path for you as opposed to other games. I'll use My Hero Academia as an example. There are characters in that game that are incredibly good. I don't know how familiar you are with MHA, but one character that many people have heard of in the past, just from general, is called All Might. All Might is a phenomenal character, and there is absolutely positively nothing in the game that you need All Might for. He just makes things easier. Right? That's all All Might does. He just makes things easier. So if you don't get him, you will still be able to do everything in the game with the characters you get, because it's all about play style. In this game, if you like the Fantastic Four, the Bat, is he really number one? Technically speaking, yes, but Aizawa is a close second. So Genshin is the new hotness? No, but Genshin is a very similar game. If you don't get, it's called Strongest Hero. If you don't get the character, the special good character, every character that comes out is great because they only release one character a month. So the character is great, but you could still complete through the game as you want. Did I get an invite to test it? No, I'm not a whale. Only whales get invites. ISO was supposed to bring you player agency. You were supposed to make a decision that wasn't very costly to be like, I want to see how this character works. The game is not free-to-play friendly because while you as a player can accrue everything in this game, what you can't accrue are the things that they have designed to be necessary for the growth of the game. No, there's no connections. The only people who test the game are whales. I'm not making that up. The only people who test the game are, I mean, I'm $25,000 in, so I'm not a minnow. Into Marvel Strike Force. So, like, no, I'm definitely not a minnow. But I've also been playing for 3 years, so it's that's $6,000 a year. It's not much. And that's not even 6,000. Like the first year I spent $12,000. You know what I mean? And then like the next year I probably spent about $6,000, and then going into the third year is probably close to another 6 or a little bit less probably, but through everything else. 1 Bitcoin in, right? 25K. Yeah, but like but that only seems crazy. That only seems crazy when like it's compared to things that don't make too much of a difference. For example, something I'd like to point out is that I am, like, Dokkan Battle, I spent about $10,000 in the first 6 months of that game. Warframe I've been playing Warframe forever, but Warframe's got a couple thousand out of me over time. Genshin hasn't gotten too much, right, out of me. Genshin, yeah, you actually have higher TCP than me, dude. You don't spend money to be better tomorrow. You spend money to be... What was my main game before MSF? I don't remember. It's 3 years ago. Yeah. You have to remember, I didn't spend $25,000 today to get the roster I have. The first 6 months of the game, I spent $6,000 to have a top 100 roster. You know? The second 6 months of the game, I spent $6,000 to have a top 100 roster. To have Nick Fury, the second, at 6-star, the second he came out, so that I had the best raid team in the game, so that I could complete all of the raid stuff. The only thing I never did as a new player was try to 7-star the characters, because I figured out real quick that unlike Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes and other hero collectors like this, 7-star wasn't necessary. 5-star was where the characters were built at 5-star and then leveled up. After the Wakandans, that changed a little bit, and then the characters started being built for higher star levels and higher gear tiers, etc. And that's fine, that's growth of the game. But the value, basically the easiest way to say it is $100 in Marvel Strike Force in any game. When a game starts, not when you start a game, technically yes, but when a game is new, your money will never be worth more than when you, what's it called? Than when you get live. You're their target market client? No, I'm not. I'm actually the worst target client because I spend discerningly. Let me use an example. I won't spend money because it could make me stronger. I spend money because it makes me stronger. Anyone who doesn't remember way back when is I used to be in Casino's chat, in his voice chat, as the guy who spent money. That was my thing. I used to outspend Casino. And then Sabretooth happened. I remember specifically Sabretooth happening. For anyone who's unaware, Casino spent $850 to unlock Sabretooth. And I was like, dude, there's not a chance in hell that I would spend that money for Sabretooth. Like, not a chance in hell that he's worth anything near that. So I didn't bother. You know, I opened a couple of premiums, I think maybe $100 worth, but that was it. Yeah, educated consumers are not what mobile games want. They want people who like big Yu-Gi-Oh numbers, so that they spend money indiscriminately. And the truth is, as somebody who worked in the industry, yeah, we build the game to do that way. Like, and look at your ST now. My what now? Yeah, I can't do it now. So I can't even justify $60 a month on a second account, let alone spending on that when I'm spending... All that happened is the money that I used to spend in Marvel Strike Force went to other games. That's all that happened. I started playing other stuff. I started, like, I picked up Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Madness, you know? And, I turned it down. I turned the interview down with Valley with Bender. I told Valley I can't talk to him. It wasn't there. I have the proof if you want it, that like Valley asked me to do it and I was like, I can't be seen with Bender. My Sabretooth is the best in the game. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I'm done with this account. But there's only one way to show that I'm done with an account, right? Because I could say it and then I can come back next week. And what did that accomplish, right? What did telling people that I'm done and then showing up again really accomplish for anybody? So we're gonna do what's called burning the account. And for anyone interested in watching, feel free to watch the funeral pyre of the account. We're going to burn all of the resources. It's only a lot because you don't have it. $25,000 only seems like a lot of money to spend on a game because you can't spend $25,000 in a game. Did you explain earlier why DolphinTale's done? Yeah, DolphinTale's done. Yeah, I explained it. I can't in good conscience tell anybody to... I can't give advice to people starting the game because my advice to people starting the game is don't. This game is not worth it. Might as well play the Looney Tunes game. Just remember something very important. Remen has spent quadruple the amount of money I've spent in this game. Quadruple. And Remen's not the biggest whale in this game. I think Philosopher is at like triple. Oh, I'm not done contents. We're still getting it. Yags, no. You don't think Remen has spent 100k in the game? You don't think Remen has spent 100k in the game? It's adorable. Remen started the game months after me. Philo is like triple my amount. Okay. Chat, answer this question for me. Is Tony Scungili quitting Marvel Strike Force? Chat, answer. You know what kind of lawyer he is? There you go, guys. Yep, not quitting. Do you know what Remen does for a living? Do you know how much money Remen has? So when I tell you that my personal friend Remen has spent about $100,000 in this game, you can believe me. Oh, I thought you said Remen no. I'm sorry, Cyrus. Okay. What does Remen do? Well, that you'd have to ask him. I have 25k. Yeah, it's subjective. $25,000 in this game is subjectively not a lot. It's only a lot to somebody who wouldn't be willing to spend $25,000 in a mobile game. And again, I'm not here to talk about it. Like, I don't care. It's not $25,000 to me. You know, like, it's just the fun that I had. I know people, when they find out how much money they've spent in a game, they live in shock. They're like, oh my god. Is Remen still not streaming as his full-time job? Remen is currently streaming as a... Yeah, but I also am streaming as a full-time job. Like, you know, like, I retired. I retired from my last job. And I was able to... Like, I don't have to work. I choose to work, and I choose to do it by playing video games and trying to produce content that's entertaining and maybe a little bit educational sometimes. If I can. The price, so a lot of people have the misconception that the more money things cost, the easier it is for free-to-play players to compete. What they don't realize is that has been disproven by the content. You could become an MSF streamer. It costs nothing. What makes you think you can't be an MSF streamer? What makes you think you need to spend money to be an MSF streamer? Sorry, I'm just burning through all my stuff. Oh, look, it's a rocket. Which one of the existing CCs has spent the most with us? Remen. Philosopher. It's either Remen or Philosopher. It's not Valley or Mobile. If I had to guess, I would say it's... if I had to guess, I would say longevity-wise, it's Remen. So that I know Remen. I've known Remen for a long time. Remen will literally justify spending in any way he can. In any way he can. If they made... Okay, let me put it to you this way. I'm fairly confident he has. Casino hasn't spent that much. I mean, he spent more. You need the FOMO to be an MSF content creator? Statement is inherently untrue. You could also just be good at the game. If you told Remen that you don't think there's a good chance of getting a 5, you wouldn't have to push him very hard to buy this calendar just to see what the 5-star Lokis are. That's how Remen it's the cost is different. Nate. Like $100 spent today is worth $200 spent tomorrow. Let me put it to you in a Remen bought the Loki offer. He bought it already. He bought the worst offer they've ever offered in this game. The absolute worst offer for any player at any time. He bought this. Exactly. Remen will spend money for any reason. For no reason. Yeah. Okay, this is the worst offer I've ever seen. Again, you can justify any reason, right? For science. It wasn't for science. It's not to prove anything. Yeah. I didn't know that, but yeah. Yeah. Remen will justify spending money because he has money and wants to spend it. Remen's an addict, like I was. I used to be a gambling addict. No, he does things. Period. And then shows them to you so you recognize that you don't have to. He doesn't do things for you. The reason why is because his spending has not gone up or down since... his spending has not gone up or down since he started streaming. He still spends the same amount. But it's the same thing. Like, you know what? It doesn't matter because Remen has the money to spend and the enjoyment. Casino has the money to spend and the enjoyment. Mobile Gamer and Philosopher have the money to spend and the enjoyment. I know, I'm just saying, I'm trying to make sure people understand. Like, Remen doesn't do it so you don't have to. Remen does it and shows you. Not the same. You have to talk him out of buying bad offers sometimes, too. It's really fun. But that's it. He likes the game. He wants to spend money on it. He wants to do it. And, you know, someone somewhere is going to make the mistake of saying, well, he's a content creator, so he has to spend money. And the truth of the matter is, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. His numbers and my numbers are not that far apart. Our numbers are very similar. So for somebody who has similar numbers, who outspends me every month, like 10 to 1, you don't have to spend money to succeed. But people want to believe that. You know what I mean? people want to. And again, I can't fault anybody for spending money if they enjoy it. If you tell me that you enjoy this game, I don't think anyone has hit $1 million. I don't think there's enough to spend $1 million in this game. I don't think anybody has hit $1 million. I think there are people who have spent close to $1 million on this game, but I don't think, for example, there are a lot of whales who have multiple accounts. That's something that, like, people don't quite see a lot. Like, there are people who, like, I'm not gonna name anybody, but there were people whose name, like, who have multiple accounts that are whale accounts. So picture what a whale account would normally cost and then double it, right? I don't remember. Sorry, I'm in the process of opening all my orbs. What's the worst one to open? Skill. Let's open all the skill orbs. Wait, that dude had like 6x 15 million accounts at one point? Damn. But in general, so here's the problem. We can't compare mobile games to real games. You know what I mean? We can't make a comparison of mobile games to real games. Yeah, right, Red Prime? Like, they're not. And mobile games aren't real games. They're not real games. Like, because they don't build the game. There are very few that are. They don't build the game. Does that mean I don't like the game? I mean, I don't think it would. Will you spend in July? What does that have to do with anything? On my main account? Yeah, I'm still spending. There's no reason to stop. There's no red dots, yeah. We're not red dotting. If I have anything to spend, I gotta get rid of everything. Can I have 10x on this? Yeah. This account is done. We're burning it. We're burning Dolphin. And we're doing the one thing. And you're thinking of becoming a CC for Future Rev when it comes out? Yeah. Have fun. The first rule of content creation is fucking have fun, man. Because if you're not having fun, people can pick up on it. Worst possible value. Just start hot ripping these. Yeah, have fun. Why are we bringing this account? Because Dolphin's done. I can't. At the beginning of the video, I described why I'm done with DolphinTale. The long story short, I'm not having fun. It's taking up too much time that could be better spent in other games and things. And I don't actually want people to start playing this game. So the fastest way to make sure that people don't start playing the game is to burn the account. Can you upgrade the worst character as highest for the world? Yeah, I can do whatever. What's the reason to why are you doing this again? Because I'm burning the account. Because we're never coming back to it. I am spending all my cores on custom orbs. That is correct, Owen Jones. We're burning the account. We are deleting it. No one will get it. No one will get it. We're not giving it to anybody. We're just burning it. The account will die, and it will go on record as a person who spent money and quit. Yeah, I'm not done. Actually, I have a bunch of YouTube content for a lot of games coming out now. What do I... Surprised they don't have a buy the store option for the whales to just save the time. Upgrade your defense to hand. Oh yeah, don't worry. We're scorched earthing this motherfucker. Well, I figure... So 3 months ago, I started this account with the intent... No, I'm not refreshing the store. I started this account with the intent of showcasing, you know, what a player is capable of doing with spending, right? Like, that's what I wanted. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, here it is. Here it is. Here's the value, guys. Didn't even think of this. Am I done with beginners video guides? I don't want people playing the game. I don't want new players playing the game. That's where I stand on this. I don't want people falling into the trap of playing this game. Have I spent all the gold I can? Almost. So we are burning an account that I've spent $160 on so far, and for all intents and purposes, it's not a bad account. It's okay. What's this? We're gonna let that sit. You make a true beginner's guide on you, Tony? No. I'm making beginner's guide for Future Rev. Changes to your main account in terms of spending or time spent there? No. I might drop down to a more casual alliance soon if things don't change. Because I'm getting Adam Warlock, and that's probably the last thing I care about in this game. Oh, that's fair. I'm a year and a half relatively good experience. Well, I'm happy that you're enjoying the game, man, and I hope you continue to. I think that it's harder to play the game now at the beginning. I think that the game experience starting now is worse than it ever has been. And I wouldn't tell a friend to play this game. Marvel Future Revolution. Is rank 8, Arena rank 8 good for a free-to-play player? Yeah, it's fine. I mean, Arena rank is probably like the 4th most important game mode in the game, so it's probably okay. Join your alliance? No. Why? What's your alliance? The most important game mode in this game is raids. The second most important game mode in this game is war. The game change. The biggest difference between Defenseless and Dolphin is when DolphinTale had started, my growth compared to where the game was on DolphinTale, I'm sorry, on Defenseless, was significantly better. Blitz is not. You don't build for Blitz. You build for the other game modes and get good Blitz characters as a result. Blitz is an irrelevant game mode based on clicking auto. You don't build Blitz characters. You build war teams and raid teams, and then you utilize them in Blitz to get more points. I think so, yes, DJ. Fox next. Scopely hasn't made anything worse, just so you guys know. Scopely hasn't done anything to the game at all, actually. Fox Next is Boundless. They are the same company. Scopely let everybody. Why would you rank War above Arena? The resources you accrue for... Because Arena's stupid. Arena gives you cores. Cores are... And more importantly, you look at the scaling separation of cores. You don't get that many more per ranking up per day, and cores don't have as much value as actual resources. So the core resource in the game is not as beneficial as the actual limited resources. Raid is something you have to do every single day. So the better at raid you are, the better you are going to be at accruing resources that you can use to strengthen the rest of your roster. Going into war happens 3 times a week. And the resources you accrue from war help you build out better rosters to build out better characters, so you can get better. So you can afford the resources to build better characters. Arena gives you cores. Other games, Arena is incredibly important. In other games, Arena is probably one of the most game modes because the in-game currency is incredibly important. In this game, cores are literally less valuable than the money you spend to buy them, or the money they're worth. In this game, 1,500 cores is worth less than 20. It's worth less than $20. I can get more value from spending $20 in this game than I could from spending $20 worth of cores in this game. So that is what it is. Anyway, let's burn all of the costume. Oh, we're burning all of the yeah, they need to increase the arena payout because premium orbs suck and are useless, and you can't buy mega orbs, so that's one of the reasons why. I don't know where Electra is. Funny story. Oop. No more red dots. No more red dots. Okay, where do I have a red dot? No more red dots. Boop, boop. Wait, I can't upgrade it. Why is there a red dot? I literally cannot make the upgrade. Crazy! The red dot's still there. Huh. Absolutely crazy. Sorry, guys. What's my TCP now? 600,000. 600,000 TCP doing Ultimate 7. And .3 difficulties. Like, that's how easy it was to get to those points, and it was just unfulfilling. Because everything else gated me in time. Six cores left. What's my arena rank? I don't know. I haven't played the game in 3 days. Probably... I was like top 50. Now I don't care. What's my last arena rank? Oh yeah, 220. Yeah, I was top 50, and then I just stopped paying attention. So... that is... the end of DolphinTale. Closing the BlueStacks instance. We're done. Thank you guys for being a part of it. I wish that I had the same excitement to play DolphinTale. I'll do my real account just to show you where we're at, just to close it out, because that's not going anywhere for a while. I wish I had the same excitement now that I did when I started 3 months ago, of starting a new game and experiencing the game where it is now, and trying to help people getting into the game to figure out what's worth investing in and what's not. But like I said, I don't feel growth. I don't feel like my time, I feel like I have to spend too much time on the account. And again, this is coming from somebody who's already done it. You know what I mean? I already have all this stuff. I've already played through this. So yeah, go ahead. So I can't justify the amount of time I have to spend in DolphinTale to do anything. Like there's too much that I'm not doing because I want to farm hella, but I can't until I'm level 70, and I can't get to level 70 without reason, because it takes me, every time I hit a level, it's another 3 weeks before the next level. 3 weeks and 2 days, 3 weeks and 3 days, 3 weeks and 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 weeks and 2 days, 4 weeks and even with spending, it's, if all my money is going to power through my level, I'm not excited to it. Ultron no longer makes a difference in the game because someone bought because Kestrel exists. So I can't even rush to Ultron to feel good about it. Future Rev Restate. Beta will start end of the summer. Global will be November. But again, I'm not, like, I'm excited to play Future Rev. I don't think a lot of people are going to like Future Rev. I'm being honest. I think, like, if you like Marvel Strike Force, if you like the style of game of Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, Dragon Champions, Marvel Strike Force, you will not like Future Revolution. Future Revolution is more, every month they release a character. It is going to be very hard for you to get the character they release without spending money. You're going to have to learn how to play the game with the characters you have, or get lucky, or commit to doing it. That said, the game is totally playable without worrying too much about that. Like Diablo, there's no contemporary. The game, the way it plays is probably closer to like Future Fight, but better streamlined. But that's... Is Future Rev like DBZ Champions? No. DBZ Legends? Closer. Is it like Lineage 2? No, not at all. Not at all like Lineage 2. Play Genshin Impact. Or look at Genshin Impact. Is it mobile only? It will release to mobile only. They will have a client. They're working on a PC client. Like Genshin has. Yeah, she's done. I don't have to worry about her. The only one I've actually been worried... The only character I've been worrying about is Stature. Would you buy every single mini unique out of the gold store? So long term, you won't have to touch a huge crunch. And 2, I pulled a 7 red Phyla. Should I build to focus the team in DD3? So the first question is, no, I wouldn't. Generally speaking, saving resources is better than accruing situational resources. When we use that an example, Max. The best example I tend to use is the purple catalyst orbs, or the catalyst orbs in general. I'm not saving these. I'm waiting to use these for a character. Jubilee is a better overall investment. Phoenix makes the fights easier. So the answer is both, and Phoenix is cheaper, and Phoenix is fine, but Jubilee will go further. Jubilee is a better overall investment. I ended up bringing both. But I didn't use Jubilee for my first run. I used Phoenix, Doc Ock, Phoenix, Doc Ock, Maw, and Invisible Woman, and was just fine. Not in the same way that you expect. Future Rev is a maximum capacity 3 or 4 players. I don't actually know specifically. Game. It's like X-Men Legends, but you have to buy the characters and not unlock. No, it's more like Genshin Impact. Seriously, it's closer to Genshin Impact than any other game. You're gonna get a bunch of characters. You will get more characters. You will. It's the character you want that's gonna be the problem. So yeah, when it comes to resources, I'm not saving these. I'm not opening a bunch of Mystic Gear will help me one day, but it won't help me today. I want to be in a position in my roster at all times where I'm not panicked today. Notice I haven't bought Moondragon yet. The reason why I haven't bought Moondragon yet is twofold. One, I haven't got my payout yet, and I like to spend my money from... I like to spend the money I make on content creation stuff from content creation stuff. So, like, for example, my Twitch pays for my gaming. Right? My payouts. I don't like to mix my money. So like as long as my rent's paid and my car insurance is paid and stuff like that, how do you get into the beta? Be lucky. Really? Is upgrading the characters closer to Genshin or Future Fight? Closer to Future Fight, I think. You gotta be a whale, remember? Well. No, not at all. You can get into the beta easily. The game is going to reward you for spending money, not force you to spend money. And then the second question you asked was, you pulled a 7 red Phyla, should I build a team or focus on DD3? The answer to that question at all times will be, if you're getting Madam Warlock, feel free to invest as much as you'd like in this team, as they are probably going to be a very formidable team for a period of time. I don't know for how long, because if I get the Infinity Watch team, and they are not the best team in the game, or they are immediately destroyed by the next team that comes out in the game, I will probably never spend money on anything that isn't fun again. Because they can't gate the new legendary behind a psychotic hybrid. They did it for Phoenix. Like, let's put it to you this way. Phoenix's unlock was 5 garbage characters, and Phoenix was so goddamn good that it took Maw, a legendary, almost a year after she came out, before she lost a step in her value in every game mode. It's not. I've played it. I've been in the alpha. I can tell you it's not like World of Warcraft. I can tell you, if you want to know more about the game, Future Revolution, look at Genshin Impact. That is the most I can tell you, reasonably. I'm informing you. I'm informing you of this. I'm not speculating. I'm telling you this is what Future Revolution is like. From firsthand knowledge. And they're starting, I have a bunch of videos that I'll start dumping out for that game. I just wanted to get closer to when the game beta starts so we can get more up-to-date and live footage, you know what I mean? I didn't want to like do a video now and then like a month from now people will be like, oh, it's the update. Like, I'm gonna make sure everything kind of comes in a reasonable fashion like I did with DSA. Hopefully that helped you, Lil Mac. I think, no, who asked the question? Something you can play cooperative with friends in real time? Yes, Little Mac. Yes, you can. John Carpenter's The Thing's best sci-fi movie of all time or best movie of all time? It's not the best sci-fi movie of all time. And the best movie of all time is Big Trouble in Little China. So, yeah, please check out. Just watch, like, go watch any video of Genshin Impact. I swear you'll be like, got it. Got it. The gameplay's not exactly the same, but if you see that game and you're like, cool, then you will enjoy Future Rev. A lot of people who play Marvel Strike Force are not going to. The reason why is because this is a child's game. There is no skill anymore in the growth of this game. There isn't. And I could say that in all certainty as somebody who's played this game for 3+ years. Like, this is a game, this is a child's game. You don't have to, you can auto everything. You can auto everything in the game. You can auto every single raid node. Eventually, right? Maybe not today, but if all your characters are gear tier 15, you can click auto. And how do you get the characters to gear tier 15? You auto the nodes that have the resources. You sim the nodes that have the resources. This game does not reward strategy and skill anymore. It used to. As I was saying with Phoenix, Phoenix came out and it was a year. A year. Sam, that's actually fucking hilarious, dude. That might be the most accurate thing I've ever seen. The problem is if this isn't even a busy adults game, because if you're busy, you actually can't contribute the way you have to in order to progress in this game. Anyway, train of thought completely derailed. Phoenix, that's right. So Phoenix came out, was really impossible to unlock, and it was like a year before she lost any value. Right? They came out with Black Bolt before Phoenix, and we were still like, yeah, Phoenix is still great. You know what I mean? Like, she was still insane. The team to unlock Adam Warlock is almost the fucking same level of, wait, why? There is the only synergy that you could justify for X Factor plus Jubilee is that they're all mutants. If it was all of the Astonishing X-Men, I'd be like, okay, the last legendary unlocks this. Ebony Maw required 5 Asgardians to get Black Bolt, and then investment in Black Bolt whenever, probably at the end of the month or beginning of next patch. Bogey. 5 characters to get there, and then 4 additional characters to get Ebony Maw. Ebony Maw was a 10 character unlock. Right? It's the same thing. The difference between Maw and Adam Warlock is that you get none of the value that comes with investing in Jubilee from investing in the team that you need to unlock him. It is specifically designed to make people have to spend more resources than they would want to, because now you have to spend mutant gear on 4 characters that aren't Jubilee's team. So it generates additional money. I think it would be fine. I think the character's power level has to be there. All of that said and done, that's sour grapes, right? That's me pissy about how to unlock it. It doesn't matter to me, I'm going to do it. What matters to me is if that's the cost of Adam Warlock, and Phoenix took 5 absolute dog shit characters, like Mordo before reworked on his team, and Ronin, and Hand Assassin and Nobu, if that's what Phoenix took to become the best character in the game, Adam Warlock and his team have to be so good that at least 9 months pass before any devaluation of that character happens. And I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think the next legendary is going to destroy Adam Warlock. I don't even know if we're going to have to wait that long. They might release a character next patch that just says like flip safeguard. You know what I mean? And if they do that, all of the time and effort and energy and resources that I spent working on the team just got shut down. At least if you went out of your way to build Heroes for Hire, you're putting people on the conversation that, hey, if you don't have Adam Warlock, this team is going to be a hard fight. If you do have Adam Warlock, it's going to require that team. You know what I mean? The Heroes for Hire versus that kind of setup. So that's what it looks like right now. And that's fine, because that's a legendary character countering 2 pleb garbage characters. That makes sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me if it was like, Adam Warlock's out, and look how good he is, and it's gone. Sounds like people just need to slow down and play the game as things are naturally given to them. That's the issue we're talking about, Salt. The game no longer naturally gives you anything. So there's no high impact. What's your thoughts about Apocalypse? He's not coming to the game. Did wait, where did Apocalypse come from in this conversation? Because last I heard about Apocalypse was like he was a boss, not a playable character. But did somebody recently talk about Apocalypse? They are bringing Eternals to the game. The Eternals have been confirmed for like a year now. Tawna talked about him. Well, thank God, Tawna's accuracy is all through the roof. Oh, while you're doing that, next time, if you want to ask a question like that, ask Tawna when Gambit's coming out. Just throwing it out there. Did Valley talk about it? Usually, so here's the way it works. Valley, me, and Tawna get information from the same person. Tawna makes a video, Valley and I make a video together on it. Well, that's usually what happens. That's the information that I trust. When Tawna says it and I've heard it, and I'm like, okay, that's probably good. Like Kestrel. When everyone was like, Kestrel was coming out, and everyone was like, no, it's not. It's a new character. Mention Apocalypse by name in the event campaign. Did they mention the character Apocalypse or did they mention the Apocalypse? I wasn't paying attention. I didn't notice if they mentioned the character Apocalypse or if they said to bring about the apocalypse. I wasn't paying attention. If it was a capital A or a lowercase a, I wasn't looking. Yep, there you go, Joel. Hey, maybe he's coming out. That's what I was actually waiting on. I was actually wondering if they could add some more mutants to the game. They said Loki staged a fight against Apocalypse to impress one of the other dimensions. That's fair. Oh, okay, cool. Then like, yeah, maybe they are gonna bring him in. I don't think it's anytime soon though. DD5 is not gonna be a character. They made too much money on DD3. They're gonna make DD5 some stupid fucking gear thing. Oh, it's vote for Loki? Okay. They name drop characters all the time, but like they name dropped Doom in Namor's campaign, and it was like a year and a fucking half before Doom came out. Are they gonna orb gate Axemen like symbiotes? Nah. Nah, I mean technically Scream is getting out of the orbs. So it'll be the only character. Mobius will be in the game before Gambit? He will, actually. Yeah, DD5. I don't think DD5 is going to be a character. They already, like, Dark Dimension 3 was supposed to be Doom. Doom was supposed to be released about a year before he was, or accessible, not a year, maybe 6 months before he was. And if Doom was released when Dark Dimension 3 came out, which is when he was supposed to be released, then we would have had a good Doctor Doom. As of right now, Doctor Doom, is like the absolute best character you never need to get. And it sucks for me to say that, because he's my favorite fucking Marvel villain. No. I deleted Dolphin. It's all gone. I can't even load it anymore. Look, this is DolphinTale's BlueStacks thing. It won't even load. It's gone. I've deleted DolphinTale. We canceled it. Yeah, DD5 reward will be like the ability to unlock Doom's 5th Red Star. Speaking of renorms, David, info what's happening in Red Guardian. They had mentioned that Red Guardian would be moved down, but not directly, and they specifically omitted it from this blog. So I wouldn't be surprised if Red Guardian and Scream are both 975, and we're just going to be pissed at them. That's what I expect. I could see Apocalypse as their second to last seller before shutting down. I mean, Apocalypse isn't even the biggest threat to mutants. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Apocalypse is awesome. But, like, the biggest threat to mutant kind, like, the biggest issue mutants have ever, like, fought, canonically, has always been Sentinels. The follow-up to the Sentinels was Onslaught. So, like, Apocalypse is a big bad guy in the same way Sinister is, in the same way Magneto is, Nimrod, but Nimrod is the ultimate Sentinel, right? So like, even now, right? If you're paying attention to what's going on, so like the every time. Bastion is up there. It's always the Sentinels, right? It's always the Sentinels that are always the ones that fuck up the mutants. So Apocalypse is cool. And they can absolutely give me like Angel and fucking a whole bunch of other characters. Professor X's stroke. Suspecting the top row of the store will be 975 characters. Yeah, right. They have a couple of big, like, yeah, but you could also say Absalon Mercator too. Like, I'm not counting short run guys. I'm counting like consistent, holy shit. Sentinels passive gonna be reduce all mutant enemy health by 95%. Yeah, just give me Karima and Nimrod in this game, and their tech types, right? And their entire ability is mutants do 50% less damage. Passive, any mutant enemy does 50% less damage. Just got here, why canceled? Long story short, 3 reasons. I do not want to dedicate the time it's going to take anymore to not progressing a second account on my roster. Number 2, I'm feeling I don't believe that the time I've spent is there are other things that are taking my time that I want to pay more attention to than a second account that I can give better attention to, especially with the future Revolution and other games coming out that I want to go in. And number 3, I don't think people should start playing this game. So I'm not going to contribute to a series that will help people start the game and experience what the gameplay is like anymore when I don't think it's a good idea for people to start playing the game. That's the 3 reasons why I've canceled DolphinTale. If you want to go back and watch the VOD, what you'll see is that I burned the account to the ground, deleted the app, and deleted the account for it. Yeah, I'm still going to play on this, though. I'm still going to do my normal shit. And I'll still do, like, team reviews and everything like that. Full Sentinel team, yeah. Danger character, yeah. I got Omega Sentinel from Marvel Legends as part of the House of X. Nice. The Build-A-Figure was Omega Sentinel. That's not bad. How long had they been planning Kestrel? Kestrel was about 5 months of planning because they announced it when Kestrel was done. When her kit was done, they announced it because Marvel had to approve it, and then they were really pissed when the leak went out. Zooming in on game modes when I see how much bigger characters are, then they make Juggernaut a bit taller. They really have a hard time with the wireframing on the game. Some characters are really good, some characters are a little bit lackluster. That eventually the arena store will be too saturated. They should move Guardian node, they won't do that. My thing about the arena store is that the orb can't cost more and give you less. I mean less value. If the arena orb was 500, I'd be like, that's fine. Buy the arena orb. It's 800, you have to spend 300 more arena credits and you don't get the value. If the arena store gets too saturated, they'll start to rotate the way they do raids and war stores. Yeah, which is the exact opposite of what would benefit the game. We want less rotation. Ugh. All right, that's the end. I apologize to anybody who was enjoying the growth of the roster. Again, if you were still enjoying the game, I don't want you to stop. But if I could give you an advice, try to spend less money on the game. If you're spending none, congratulations. I'm not saying to spend none, but the way the game is built right now, it doesn't seem like your money is going to last you a long time. So unless you really like a character, right? Unless you really like a character, like for me, it's one of my favorite characters is Sabretooth. Pony Moondragon. I didn't buy her yet. I'm buying her later. I'm buying her like Saturday or Sunday. I really like Sabretooth. For me, this was fun. You know, I really like Sinister. I really like Emma. I really like mutants in general. But there are characters I really like. Doom. You gonna go play it on once you're done on YouTube? I didn't actually have a plan, but if you want, I'll play another game I'll go to Twitch later. I didn't really have a plan for the rest of the day. I just wanted to finish this up and tell you guys that I'm not done doing content for this game. I'm just doing more content for more games now. Because I'm playing other games and I'm enjoying them. So I'm like, fuck it. If I'm playing games and enjoying them, you guys should too. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. Maybe you're gonna like Marvel My Hero Academia. Maybe you're gonna like Marvel Future Rev, and I hope you do. I hope we can experience it together. We're still gonna be doing fucking Marvel Strike Force garbage all the time. I'm gonna show you what the teams can do. I'm gonna tell you how much to invest in them. I'm just afraid that the option is going closer and closer as time goes on to you have to invest in this character or you're going to be behind, which has not always been true. Anyway, guys, have a good night. Have a great day. Be safe out there. Enjoy your weekend, and I will catch you later. Peace.